Previously on Kitbash Federation. And now the continuation. I think I'm also going to change these lights by removing that one and going from like orange to white, because right now it looks like steerage is in an opium den. It's one of my all-time favorites. Comment below if you know what movie it's from. I cut off the fibers and pulled off the light here. I'm going to replace it with this one. Here we go.
Hey, see, I told you it was green.
It's a cold white, but white nonetheless.
Not that anybody could look good under these zombie lights. I can feel them.
One of the things that kind of bums me out, two of those lights aren't lighting up.
Don't anybody move!
Note. They don't light up. Gotta fix that, or at least try. They're in here somewhere, and I can kind of track them.
It's a warhead, MacGruber. You can defuse it, right?
Are you kidding me? Look at all this crap.
Can you guys see in there? I don't imagine you can. It's a mess. Welcome to the jungle, baby. You're gonna die.
See? All done.
Everyone loves lights. I'm gonna connect this, and I'm going to try to see if I ever reversed the contacts on here around this area, deep in there, just lights up, okay? We're just looking for some action, okay? Does anything in there light up? Nothing is lighting up. Well, I guess that's a whole bunch of fail right there, but I had to find out for sure. Well, feds, it didn't work out. I can't get those two lights to light up, and they're gonna stay unlit. I might have to put something over the top of them to make their memory just disappear. Just erase history. Maybe I'll do that. Dress up the mistake. Hide the failure. Move on from there. Panel lines are essential to a starship. They lend a sense of scale and design to it. But they also do a good job of separating surfaces, like this plastic one from this spot putty one. I'm going to take some plastic and place it over the spot putty areas right there, like I'm remodeling my shower. I'm still going to need spot putty, but this will be easier to sand. Not bad, we're getting closer. I'm just taking some basic measurements so I can cut a flat plate to fit in that spot, and then we can start decorating. This piece seems to fit pretty nicely, although it needs to be tweaked a little bit, and you'll notice there's a convergence of panels up in that top corner. So we're going to need to shave that back. That fits nice. And I need to move that bottom edge out just a little bit. Upon further examination, it looks like there's still a curve back there, so I'm shoring it up with a thicker piece of plastic, to which I will clamp and pull and glue and ensure that it's not going to go anywhere. And then we can begin populating. And that negative space needs to be packed in as well, so we're going to do that area all the way across and the one just above it at the same time. We can seal up that seam with some spot putty, and while it's drying we can populate the area underneath it. Now this piece came from the 5-minute epoxy that I used earlier. I'm not saying don't throw anything away, just don't throw everything away. We will torture this one until it becomes useful. That wasn't so bad, was it? And look, it fits like a rubber glove. So after a little bit of tweaking, it fits in there just right.
Not too shabby.
And a little bit of gap filler just to make sure. And I'm going to be throwing this X-Acto blade away after I'm done sacrificing it. We're just going to use it to drag the thick glue around the corners. And then I'm gonna blow on it really hard. I guess now's a good time to just kind of add stuff since the crazy glue's there on this piece. Okay, so we can take this. We'll drag the glue away and just start decorating around it. Just a little bit of detail. And now for the sizing tags. And so I fashioned this piece, throw that in there, and plug that up with, you guessed it, gap filler. Ugh. That'll fit in there nicely. That's in there. All right, we're good. Let's see what it all looks like. This is the best part. We get to see if we can get all this together. What was that? Hang on. There we go. Man, okay. Nice. Especially right there. That's good. I don't know about that. Do I need to care about that? So here you see it's pretty decently smooth. Okay, time to freestyle. With pieces that are so small, it makes more sense just to get them with the tweezers and dip them in the solvent. I don't know if this is ASMR for you guys or not. Look what we found floating around in a can of solvent. Kinda reminds me of... Sorry, couldn't help it. So I'm going to hit this with some primer in a little bit. Now I'm going to have to start thinking about how I'm going to mount this thing. So I think it's going to mount like, you know, like on a stand, but it's going to have like a Close Encounters of the Third Kind kind of communication thing sticking out of it. And I'm going to weld it in there, get down around this thing, and start packing it with pipes or small rods of styrene. Okay, so my brain just woke up. I'll put a channel in here, lock it in here. This will be the resting strap. So I have to figure out how I'm going to mount it first and then build around that. So I'm going to put a channel in the top of this piece, and that's going to fit into the crossbar of this piece. This locks it in from here, but we're going to build antenna from around. I'm going to get some of this stuff off of here and see what it looks like. But we have plenty of other stuff. I'm going to wrap this with tape. Today's selection of tape is Scotch Blue. Next, I need to build a circular plate to fit in here, made from this. And I'm going to use this airbrush cap as a pattern. Distance from the edge. snug fit. Got some more depth. A little bit of a friction fit. Nice. And this is how it looks. Got some doohickeys here. We've got some Gundam tree, but it works. This goes in here like this, and then you can see in there, you just kind of like that. Hold it down here. It is really wobbly, so grab a brass tube and stick that in there maybe. But here we've got to blend in that space and, you know, make it look halfway decent. So that's what we're doing now. Aside from covering up those holes, those notches, it also gives us a base upon which to create a transition to the rest of the ship. This is a half, I don't even think it's styrene, it was a half to it was attached to some sort of, I don't even know what, non-plastic, non-metallic composite material. It had copper wrapped all around it. But I took these and I disassembled all of them. I think that's a nice placement. It even sits rather evenly. I'm gonna take a good close look at that. Let's see. Yeah, that's good. Sometimes you can tell by looking at a piece that it's not worth it. And other times you need to prove it to yourself. Okay. I don't think it's worth that much of an effort for this piece. Remember these, they fit perfectly in here. They got just a little bit of wiggle room because there's that bottom ridge. That'll get painted over later. And just, you know, they're just forms to take up space. That's nice. Notice the broken fiber optic. I have to remove everything to replace it and the other two, and the pieces outside. This is going to be difficult, but worth it because blinking red light. And since this is my only red blinking LED, I have to be careful because I need to reuse it. All I really have to do is take a little bit off the top and then find a way to put the fibers back in place. It's going to get a little bit difficult because we're working with glass, plastic, and crazy glue, and we're trying to drill through just the glass. Unfortunately, I had to say goodbye to my favorite parts. This is not a bad substitute. And once again, disposable lighter parts come to the rescue. We're gonna stick these two things together. Looks like we got everything sealed up and ready to go. Well, I don't know if you can see it, but if you can't, trust me, they are blinking. And because I never learned from my mistakes, I am gap filling this connection back down. I mean, what could possibly go wrong?
No. I'm going to leave them alone and not actually witness them dying. I'm just going to assume it all went to plan. What?
Get some of this cleared up. I think it's time for the Deltarune details to be applied. These triangles will come later. Feds, who is your favorite movie character? What
is your name?
is your favorite science fiction model? I'm still stuck. What should I call it? Electric LGC? You know, like Her Majesty's Service, HMS, or USS, United States Ship, NCC 1701. What is NCC? Anybody know? Comment below. This is the really thin, delicate stuff. I'm hoping that evaporates. Hoping. To finish up the logo here, 2 down and 1 up. Sorry, 1 down and 2 up. I guess I could have gone by this. It's time to get haphazard again. How about that? So this is where we are. We've been putting some stuff on it, some details here. We got those decorations there, and I finally found my E6000. And one of the reasons I would use that is because I've got these things, which are practically vinyl. This, I think, gets a, I want to say like a chemical melting bite. It's not like a solvent, but these were meant for here. It's oozy and thick, so you got to be careful. That's in place. We're going to do the next one. Yeah, I want that, and then just a little bit here. So there we go. Ta-da! Just a little bit more detail. I need to put panel lines on these things with an X-Acto and some of this tool right here. Here they are, along with an extra band of styrene around the outside edge. These wings I had on here, but I had to snap them off because I noticed that even though they follow the contour of the ship, I can't open this up because steerage extends beyond the surface. So I put these in here, they get locked in. To remedy the situation, we are going to add some meat to the wings. All of the wings. So here she is with the wings attached, and she's looking good. She's not done yet, but we're getting close.